It's the book of AlphaRonomy, homie. Read it or weep. We all want control in our lives, as much control as we could possibly have. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, male, female, or little green, gender neutral person from Mars. We all want control. The way we go about it may be different. Men tend to want to power or overpower those in control and wrangle control away from them. Men don't want to be given control. Men want to take control. Women, on the other hand, want to finesse control away from you. They want to control you without you even realizing that you're being controlled. And this is the point in relationships that most men tend to lose themselves, lose their masculine edge, or any semblance of an alpha outlook. What you have to understand is that any space in your life that a woman controls is going to benefit her more than it's going to benefit you. See, only a man would do something that benefits someone more than it benefits him. Women don't do that. So a woman isn't going to do something for you that benefits you 100% but provides her no benefit at all. And so what I'm telling you is you have to look at your life and see what aspects of your life are being controlled by women and figure out a way to wrangle control of those things away and back into your own grasp. Because anytime you allow a woman to control, and the most important thing, the most significant thing, before you look at anything else, I want you to look at your time. I want you to make sure that you know if a woman is controlling your time. And if she is, you can look at those situations and realize that whenever a woman is controlling your time, she will use that time to do whatever she wants to do with no regard to what you might need to do or how it might affect you. Any of your time that you allow a woman to control will be used to benefit her and her children if she has them. You're never going to come first in a household with a woman. Because if it's just you and her, she will always put herself first. If there are children involved, she will always put the children before you. So she will put herself, her children, and then you. Or some will lead you to believe that they'll put their children first, and then they'll put themselves, and then they'll put you. Either way, there are 3 positions to be held, and you will always hold the 3rd spot. I'm not saying this to say that this is a negative aspect of women's character. I'm just saying this is how they are. You see, I believe in acceptance. I believe that you accept things the way they are and stop changing them in your mind. If you can't change them in reality, you can't allow your mind to change them and have you living in a full falsification of the facts. So when you think about everything you have of value, it relates to time. When you need rest, it requires time. When you want to work out, it requires time. When you make money, it requires time. Even if you're making passive income, it requires time to set up the avenues that you'll collect that passive income. And at some point, more than likely, you'll have to replenish the stocks or whatever it is that you are selling. And so if you control your own time, then you're a selfish person because you have the luxury of having things that benefit you take priority over everything else. And it's the same thing as being a CEO at a company. When you're the CEO of the company, yeah, you have some responsibilities, but you can also go play around the golf any day you want to. You can also take some of those responsibilities that you have and push them down the chain to someone under you. The thing about time control is, it's kind of like if you're in prison, the state controls your time. They control your time to a T. Like you don't do anything that's not on their schedule because they control your time. So you eat when they say eat. You don't have any other options. You sleep when they say sleep. You don't have any other options. You go outside when they say go outside because you don't have any other options. You have visits when they say you have visits. If you have a little money, you want to buy something else, you buy it when they say buy it because you don't have any other options. On a smaller scale, when you're at your job, you come when they say come because you don't have any other options. You work the schedule that they put you on. It doesn't matter what happens in your life. You can't just automatically start working third shift. You can't say, okay, I'm going to stop working 7 to 3 and tomorrow I'm going to start working 11 to 7. You can't do it because they control your time. They put you in the slot they want you to be in and you're stuck there. And last but not least, when it comes to being in a relationship with a woman, she controls your time. From the very moment you have to start getting into her routine, your time is being dictated to you. Yeah, you have your time at home, but think about the little things, even while you're still living in your own space, which you should always do, mind you. But even when you're still in your own space, you're starting to pick up habits that you didn't have before. You got to call at a certain time. You're having to check in. You're having to talk to her at a certain time. You're having to respond to a text when you don't even want to. You're having to do things that are wrangling bits and pieces of your time away just to acclimate you to the idea of having less time. You're going to go out less with your boys or whatever it is you do for recreation. You're going to do it less. Even if it's just fishing or hunting, you're going to do it less. Because the woman is going to demand some of that time you spend on those things. So the worst thing you can do in your life is allow a woman to control your time. Because at least at the job, you're going to be able to negotiate a little bit. And if you work there, it's going to be because you agree with the compensation. So they're going to compensate you. The woman, when she controls your time, she's not going to compensate you. She'll pat you on the head and say, good boy. But she's not going to compensate you. It's just going to be a selfish collection of your time that she's going to use for herself and never think twice about the fact that you will never get it back. So it's up to you to know that anytime you allow a woman to control in your life, you won't get it back. And it's always alphas up, betas down. Peace.